It's time for another wrestling podcast.
All right. Are you fucking kidding me?
Guys, I got blocked again on Twitter.
I'm your mark of marks.
That's the most reliable source on the interwebs.
The social assassin at your disposal, bitches.
Gentlemen, I will be looking forward to seeing you two bitches tomorrow at the Poughkeepsie Civic Center, where we will actually get to see a wrestling show. That's right, an NXT house show live in Poughkeepsie. Yeah, we're actually going to get to see some wrestling, Mike. How do you feel about that?
I watch wrestling every day, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
Just saying, we get to see it live. How often do you get to see it live every day, Mike, is what I mean.
I'm not one of those super fans that sit front row every fucking event they go to.
You know what's crazy? Do you remember, they refer to this kid as the Eagle? He used to go to, like, all the fucking house shows in, like, the New York area, the tri-state area. You always see him on, like, video. They brought him up on Shivani's podcast because I guess they were watching, oh, God, what pay-per-view it was. Because they've been having Tony watch old WWE pay-per-views and him just doing alternate commentary and making fun of it and shit. But this kid keeps coming up and, like, he's apparently one of those super fans from, like, the 90s and the 80s. And he's just, like, at all these great, ridiculous shows. And I don't know if he's, like, I guess they're going to do some interview with him on Patreon. So is he just dropped off by his daddy to, like, all these fucking wrestling shows type of thing? Like, I'd love to hear the story, dude.
But yeah, NXT, man. Friday night, AWP is going to be there. We're not sitting next to each other. What the fuck? We're all sitting in different seats. How did that happen?
We just don't like each other.
No.
Yeah,
We just put on a show for the show. But we don't like associating with each other in public.
It's very like Cooter's a fucking prima donna when the fucking camera's off. Fucking Credo's like a bridezilla.
Introvert, I stay away from everybody.
And I'm very different. I'm a virgin.
Wait a minute, you call me a bridezilla? What does that mean?
Yeah, really? And I'm a prima donna off camera?
I just let it slide. I'm like,
I
wait a
thought I
minute.
would more be a prima donna on camera, dude.
That's how personas are. You know how fucking Bob Saget on camera played like an innocent fucking Christian, and off camera he's talking about fucking chicks doing coke off his dick and all that shit. I'm talking about different on-air, off-air personalities. Like, that's a prime example.
I'm pretty much the same on air as I am off air.
You're a character.
Well, at least tomorrow, Mike, your seats won't be blocked by the stage. So hopefully we all see the show tomorrow in Poughkeepsie.
Yeah, and you're not a character. You're not a character, Mike. You're still the same midget that you are on air as you are off air.
True life Hollywood story, motherfucker.
Man, NXT's coming to Poughkeepsie. We'll be there, guys. No cards really announced. Just announced with some of the guys or who are going to be there or whatnot. So I'm excited to see the King of Bros. I'm not really Shayna Baszler ready, but I'm ready for NXT. I mean, they put on a great show last time, especially now that they have sets. You know, I remember going to house shows where it was just a fucking curtain, and now they have like mini Titantrons, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
They actually do it like a mini Raw or mini, NXT show, whatever WWE show you're going to or whatnot. But it's fun to go to these house shows now. You know, it's not just like a regular, indie house show or whatnot. It's
there is
video.
one match that's advertised because I got an email yesterday. Only one match they advertised. It's the North American champion Johnny Gargano versus the Velveteen Dream.
Wow.
That's the only match they advertised.
That's fantastic. You know, I would love to see, maybe a little Drew Gulak on that card, because that match he had with Matt Riddle was probably my favorite match of the week. It was incredible. I love a good grappling match, dude.
I thought that match was great, and the whole time I was watching that match, I was thinking, damn, how cool would it be if at the end of the match they did the Catch Point handshake, which Catch Point was a group in Evolve Wrestling, just a group of bunch of grapplers and stuff like that. It was a great group, but fast forward back to that fucking next thing you know, they did the Catch Point shake, and I literally marked out for that shit. I really did. It was fucking awesome.
Did I spoil anything for you guys? I mean, last week I had that. This is what happened. If you listened to last week, I mentioned somebody was the new champion and whatnot. So did I really ruin the show for you guys this week?
The match didn't happen yet.
Oh shit!
No, It's probably another 2 more weeks.
I didn't know what week I spoiled. I just saw it on Twitter.
We got a long
Yeah,
win.
bro.
Tune
They
in
had
next
they
week.
had because Velveteen Dream won the that tournament. Was it the Worlds Collide tournament?
Worlds collide, yeah.
So he instead of picking Tommaso Ciampa, he's done with him. He wants him some Johnny Gargano.
Oh.
So that's where we are. The main event was actually a triple threat.
I still
It
haven't
was
watched it.
it was your 2 favorite Asian superstars of NXT, and what's her face, Bianca Belair versus the 3 of the 4 horsewomen.
Oh, well, there you go. I didn't even know if it spoiled or not. I thought I was spoiled. But anyway.
He's
By the
so
way-
ready to be happy and shit, but he fucked up. Yeah, bro. Now all the listeners are also.
I don't think I said it, though.
Spoiler.
I don't think I spoiled it.
So if he
Oh,
spoils it
man.
to us, we did our best last week to just not mention what happened, but Credo has now spoiled it for you.
I don't think I mentioned it, though. I just said maybe.
You just said.
Anyway.
To the listener who listened last week, they could probably put 1 and 1 together.
All right. Well.
Good job, Credo.
Yeah. Well, we'll be in NXT in Poughkeepsie, so can't wait for that one. Guys, we're going to get some beers. We're going to hang out with everybody or just sit in our seat and watch the show, but we'll be there. But did you hear that Fox deal that is going to get SmackDown on Fox in October or whatnot? They also said other wrestling shows besides SmackDown, other wrestling entities that WWE has, and one thing they're talking about is NXT going on FS1. So another, I mean, it's they didn't say it's official, but that's pretty much the big thing going on right now, that NXT could be on cable television. And what do you guys think about that as a possibility, to where I'm sure they'll probably still have it on the network, of course, but I mean, that's a lot more faces on your product on cable TV, right?
I kind of liked it. I liked it more because it was exclusive to the network, or you can only get it on the network.
Which isn't even true. You can also get it on Hulu.
Eventually, yeah, but I don't think you get it right away. Do you?
It's the next day.
The next day.
Not only is it the weekly programming, you get the takeovers.
Well, yeah, the exclusive online streaming basically is what I'm going at too. But for them to be on a Fox platform, and that actually. It scares me and it excites me, only because of the fact that it scares me, because if they get to that platform and they get very popular, are the big heads in WB headquarters going to step in and try to kind of remodel that? And then it's good because it's just, for the brand, it's a great publicity for them. It's a great spot, I think.
You know what I wish they would have done? Like, I miss the old days of Superstars and Challenge.
Yes.
You have those main event shows and whatever. Why wouldn't you put those on early shitty time slot where nobody's watching TV anyway? I'm just saying, I would tune in once in a while if I wasn't, working like a slave on a Saturday.
Guys, I don't think he's going to be there tonight, or whenever you're listening to this, tomorrow, Friday. I saw this video this morning. Eric Bugenhagen. Eric Bugenhagen, new guy, NXT, does air guitar, and I love it. I love this concept. I love what he's doing, and I think it's hilarious. He looks like a fucking steroid leaping Lanny almost, but just doing air guitar.
What's your obsession with Lanny?
He just looks like him. He looks like him, and he looks like the lead singer of Queen. I don't know. It's a funny gimmick.
I did get the Queen vibe. Now that you bring it up, I did get the Freddie Mercury vibe.
So, yeah, exactly. And it's the name I keep staring at. It's just too long. They're gonna end up calling him Bug.
That's a great gimmick. That's a great gimmick on the NXT level, because the fans down there will love it and they'll appreciate it. Bring that to the main roster, and I don't see that going anywhere. Unfortunately, because a lot of stuff that's good on NXT doesn't really translate over. That's just another Adam Rose, No Way Jose failure to me.
Poor No Way Jose.
I know. How big was he on NXT with the Congo lines?
He wasn't even big on NXT.
No, but remember the takeover when he wrestled Austin Aries in Brooklyn, and he had the mob people, and then he had the fans coming out with him?
Yeah, that's true.
He was over. I think he was more over for that gimmick in a way down in NXT because the fans actually appreciated more the dancing Latino.
They haven't even let this poor son of a bitch wrestle because he's not a bad worker.
No,
Like, Jesus Christ, you got to give the guy a fucking chance to work.
But I'm back to our new guy, Bug, as Credo likes to call him. Bug, well, that's his name. Soon, Bugenhagen. He has a good look to him. I mean, I didn't get to see him work in the ring. His gimmick is over with the Full Sail crowd.
And his promo backstage wasn't bad either. I mean, it was like an interview kind of promo, but he could talk if you give him the like. He wasn't, no.
Wait. Time out. Credo.
Yep.
You actually watched NXT?
I watched it on Twitter. I saw somebody post a tweet about it, and I saw the interview on there.
Oh, God. And here I was thinking I was going to fucking talk a little bit of NXT with my boy Credo for a change.
So, yeah, watch it. I watch Raw live. Everything else is whenever I can. I can. But, no, like I said, I saw this morning, and I understand what you're saying, too, Mike, with the whole Adam Rose thing. It could fail. And this was literally, he had a first match, and then they brought him out for an encore just to do air guitar. And I just from looking at it, because I love like Bill and Ted and all that crap and like the air guitar stuff. So I think it's hilarious, especially if you put this guy against like an Elias, like air guitar versus somebody who actually carries around a guitar. You could have a fun little feud out of it, but it's literally day one, so I don't want to go judging too much.
You know what? Give it a month, or give it. Actually, I'm not doing it any justice. Give it about a couple of days, maybe a little less, and you're gonna have the very, very like smart marks ripping it apart, because the air guitar gimmick actually is Tanahashi's thing. Tanahashi does the air guitar all the time, so you're gonna get these smart marks that are just gonna try to shit all over it. But I think it's a cool thing. I really do. I don't want him to fail. I hope he doesn't. I hope he succeeds. But that gimmick is just doomed if it goes to the main roster.
Well, it definitely puts the E in entertainment. I was entertained. But speaking of not being entertained, guys, can we talk?
Wait. How? Since when is
I never
playing
got a good transition.
Well, it's always my fault, because like I have this slow reaction time, because air guitar has been used forever. So
but he's actually has some
Tanahashi
music to it, but I don't know.
But you know what?
I don't even watch Tanahashi, so.
Then if that's the case, then Tanahashi stole it from Hogan, because he used to do it with the WCW title.
I know, but you know how some of these idiot fans could be.
But that's how I would be. I'd be like, well, then Tanahashi stole it from Hogan when he was doing it to Voodoo Child. So
I'm sure they'll still argue, even though they're fucking retarded.
I gotta find what it's called.
Let's
and you guys
digress from that.
You guys gotta see this preview, because like there's literally people that go around and have like air guitar like competitions, and they're like packed with thousands of people like watching guys on stage do air guitar. And there's a whole documentary about it. It's like Air Nation or something like that. Just watch the preview, and I think that's where he's like channeling himself into a little bit. But this is like his whole thing coming to the ring, like and it plays to his music. He's playing to his music, his theme music too. So I don't know. I think we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves.
I'm gonna segue again, bro. I'm gonna do this to you again, because you're laughing. You talk about Kyle O'Reilly. I don't know. I'm not the only one who does this, Mike. You listen to any themes while you're working out?
I do.
So I just recently got the Undisputed Era. So whenever that part in the music where they're like, boom, I fucking end up saying it, and everybody turns and looks at me at the gym. And I do the whole Adam Cole thing. I'm like, boom, with the fist and all that. What a fucking asshole loser I look like. I don't know why I just had to throw that in there. I just love that fucking song now. It makes me want to fucking go crazy.
Oh, it has that Rage Against the Machine type vibe to it.
Yes.
Definitely does. And that is one of the songs that are on my playlist when I go to the gym.
All right, wait. Now, what else? What theme song gets you going?
You know what I actually really liked? I liked CM Punk's old song by Killswitch Engage.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That was another one on there. Crap. I have to go through my playlist and
I like Aleister Black's. Aleister Black's is good too.
I do have Aleister Black's on my playlist too. I have that. I have like Cody Rhodes' theme song. I actually like. Trying to think what else.
I don't remember his.
Well, not his WWE one. His new, the one he uses on the Indies.
Oh, okay.
I do like that. I can.
Sanities.
Yeah, definitely. That song is fucking great.
What was Anderson and Gallows theme song and Samoa Joe? That's another one that gets me.
Yeah, I definitely have the Samoa Joe on there. I have Finn Balor. Who else?
But when I'm doing cardio and I need a little burst of speed, Johnny Gargano, baby.
That one as well. I have The Game.
We should make our own Spotify playlist and give it to the fans.
Yo, Ciampa's shit is good too.
I just put that because I have all my stuff on Spotify now, so now I have that one.
Spotify.
Yeah, I couldn't beat it. Like before Christmas, they said if you sign up before New Year's, you pay 99 cents now and you get 5 months free. I'm like,
oh wow, yeah, can't argue with
I
that.
couldn't turn that shit down.
Boom.
I got Amazon Music for free because of AT&T. Same thing, pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, here's my segue now. How about Double J? As I was going to go into before, but guys, we've watched it. He was in the Royal Rumble. Then he's been on Raw 2 weeks in a row with the RoadDogg. What? This just makes me believe, guys that are just writing themselves in backstage now. Like, the RoadDogg, he's a producer backstage or whatever he's doing else backstage, but is this, what's going on here? I don't mind the whole Rumble appearance. That was fine. I get it. But then even after that, what are we leading to exactly with Double J and RoadDogg to where 75% of the kids out there probably watching it have no idea who these fucking guys are. Yes, we do. We grew up on it. But, I mean, you look at that audience, they don't fucking know who these guys are, and it means nothing to them in a way. And especially if they're not, really showcasing who they are on the screen or something, and then they, you know what I mean? There's no build-up for it. But, I don't know. What's going on behind this whole... It seems like WWE's turning into WCW with all... picking up all these old guys, bringing them back, and... now AEW's the elite, right? Bringing all these younger guys in where we watch on outside of WWE. But what is happening? What's I don't know.
Cooter, you'll get this reference.
Yes.
I think the WWE is a little late to jump on the bandwagon with My Baby Tonight. Wouldn't you say? Because that Bruce Pritchard was the one that pretty much brought that song back to life. What was it, like a year ago maybe?
Yes.
On there, so... W sees Double J and they see the RoadDogg and they see money because they're a little late with that stuff. I just wish that he would get rid of his 1994 theme music and at least give him something else. He had music in the Attitude Era that wasn't bad.
His WCW theme was pretty cool too.
Yeah, that one was good too.
The Chosen One.
I don't know. It's just that song just really irks me when he comes out. I can't take him seriously.
You know what's funny when you brought up the Bruce Pritchard thing? Corey Graves actually said on Raw.
Yes.
I was dying.
I heard
dying,
that.
Bro.
Well, even on last year though, too, if you think about it, almost a year ago on the Hall of Fame, where he sang in the audience, him and RoadDogg sang it out there too, and it's 1 year later now. He's coming back out, and I don't know. I just don't get it. I don't get the booking for this, especially when you're losing fans, you're losing ratings. How are these fucking guys, putting eyes? Are they just trying to get that nostalgia, trying to get some of the old guys like us, maybe, that aren't watching or trying to watch again? This doesn't really... If you say Double J's on there with RoadDogg right now, I'm not tuning in. I don't know.
Credo.
The best thing he did... Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, Credo, just because I know it'll piss you off. No Finn Balor. No, none of this. I want to see Double J in the Elimination Chamber.
Oh my God!
Just to piss you off. It's just you know what? Let's put Double J, Jeff Jarrett in the Elimination Chamber with a bunch of Japanese superstars and call it a night. Because you know what? I won't even watch the pay-per-view. I'll just watch Credo yelling and screaming at the TV.
The benefit that Double J, what he did is he confirmed Elias is now a heel again, which is amazing. Only because of the fact that Elias was a lot better when he was a heel, insulting people, and especially the crowd.
Yeah, they realized that was a bad idea to make him face really quick, and then they kind of swept that under the rug really quick. He was a face probably it seemed like 2 weeks, and that was it. He was good for 2 weeks, and then boom, back to being a fucking heel, which is great.
Oh
I
my
don't know. I
God.
just don't know why they kept bringing him back on each and every week. I'll tell you, that guitar shot that he took at the end, I don't think they gave him a rigged guitar this week. That guitar did not break on on his back, and it looked like it hurt more than anything.
It's going to be another Jake Roberts Honky Tonk Man story. They're going to be feuding over this thing for the next 30 years because Elias is going to be like, turn into like a pillhead. He's pulling fucking splinters out of his back for the next fucking 20 years. You watch, man.
Uh-oh.
Coming to a Rob Feinstein video shoot near you.
Well, Mike, are you watching?
Yeah, I'm watching.
Watching what?
What's going on is me and Mike, we're watching the AEW press conference live as we're recording it, and out comes Kenny Omega.
Who cares?
I mean, that's a given. Like, we all knew that was happening.
Yeah, really. I got a great idea. Why don't we talk about wrestling? Oh my God, Kenny Omega's at a press conference.
He's an executive vice president.
Stop the podcast. Oh my God. No, we didn't just have a great week with fucking Ronda Rousey and Becky Lynch. No, let's talk about fucking somebody showing up to a press conference. Great idea, guys.
He's the executive vice president, as it's fonted on his name.
What? Everybody's a VP in this fucking company?
I know. The Bucks, Cody, Omega. Guess they're going to put all themselves over. I'll tell you what. As we're watching this live, so let's get into it. I think this is the worst decision for Kenny Omega. They haven't announced a deal yet for TV, which I'm sure it'll be great, but it's WWE just I think recorded a $60 million profit or something like that over the last year, and thanks to the Saudi Arabia shows. I don't know. I think he should have went there and then came back, but what do I know?
You know, it's funny.
I agree with you. I said the same thing.
Yeah.
And that would have been the best thing for the company, for AEW, for him to maybe get some of that mainstream and, you know, the occasional WWE fans, showcase himself and drag those fans with him when he leaves. Because it would be like Scott Hall leaving fucking Raw to go to Nitro. It would have been just like that, but they're stupid.
You know,
they gave him an executive VP title. Cool, bro.
It's funny because, like, you know, I wanted him to just not go to WWE just because of the fact that I don't want to see him, you know, he's probably not going to get the AJ Styles treatment, but that's not the conversation right now. But then Cooter, you actually kind of convinced me a little bit that he should go to the WWE first. And then you start thinking about it. It's like, well, Kenny has wrestled all over the world, and we've seen him wrestle just about almost everybody in the who's who of indie wrestling. But if he goes to the WWE, we have all brand new matches for us there. You know, you can get a Kenny Omega versus a Seth Rollins. You can get an AJ versus Kenny, a Daniel Bryan versus Kenny. There's so many matches that we've never seen before that we could have seen of him going to the WWE and then possibly jumping ship.
Oh, can you imagine a Kenny versus Samoa Joe?
That would be amazing.
Incredible.
But now, I mean, like, granted, I mean, he made the decision he wanted to do. He's in AEW. I just hope that, you know, I mean, I'm a supporter of these guys, but I hope they start, you know, bringing in some guys that I haven't seen him wrestle before. Because, I mean, to the casual fan, a Jericho versus Kenny will sell to them, but to people like us, like, we've seen it, we don't want to see that again. It's not enticing.
You know, as a TV side of things, to where I'm just thinking about it, to where, okay, let's just say they get whatever TV deal. Let's just say they're going to ABC, whatever. You know, okay, they got this deal now. They're going to be on TV, but I mean, yes, we're going to watch it. But kids that are watching John Cena and Randy Orton, the young kids that are watching this every week, I personally feel they're not going to. That mass audience that WWE has is not going to tune in to like Impact Wrestling. They're not getting the ratings like they are. I know they're not on another huge. They're on the fucking, what is it? The portable TV,
Puppy Channel.
Puppy Channel. What are they on? But okay, hear me out.
Night.
So you put AEW on whatever station, and I don't think you're going to get those 2 million, 3 million viewers overnight. You know what I mean? Like, this has to build up a little bit to get the attention of the casual fans, or the fans that just want to see the main stars that they see on WWE all the time. They see the figures in the store, and like, those kids are glued to it because it's in their face all the time. I mean, now my whole point to all this is that you put them on whatever channel, those ratings aren't good, that channel could just fucking cancel you. That channel is going to be like, this show's doing horribly, Let's put them on at fucking 2 a.m. Let's get rid of them, after, what I mean? Like, and that's another thing to where, yeah, you sign a TV deal, but if nobody's watching you, they're not going to put you, they're not going to do anything with you, so it's like that. You can sign whatever good deal, but if nobody's watching you, I don't know how to put it, but that's what I'm thinking about. Granted, yes, wrestling fans are going to watch it and do whatever, but I don't think it's going to have the ratings like WWE has right now. I don't know.
Not.
It's something,
I think because these guys we can compare it to TNA and stuff like that, but these guys in particular, they have like that cult following that will follow them anywhere. And so I think when they first get a TV deal, whenever, I think their ratings are going to be good because a lot of people are going to tune in because you're intrigued to see what this is going to be. Plus the hardcore fans, you probably see ratings die down in the weeks because you're not going to have the hardcore guys there. But I mean, I think the ratings will be okay. They will not be at the level of WWE. I mean, let's be real.
And out comes Jericho now facing Kenny Omega, which I think is going to lead to their Double or Nothing pay-per-view. Granted, as we're watching live, we don't know what's going to happen, but there you go. Kenny Omega, Chris Jericho 2 at Double or Nothing. And Mike, we talked about this briefly outside of this, but when is this Double or Nothing pay-per-view again?
Well, I discovered it's on a big holiday weekend, Memorial Day weekend.
Memorial Day weekend.
Let me explain something to you guys about Memorial Day weekend in Vegas. It is impossible to even get any place because it's so slammed. You will not book a place in Vegas on Memorial Day weekend, and if you do, it's going to be triple what the normal price is. It's a big weekend. There's not just wrestling stuff going on that weekend. I mean, you're going to have concerts, those EDM festivals where fucking everybody does the Molly and shit like that. That happens Memorial Day weekend down in Vegas. I mean, it is a shit show.
A lot of families just go out on camping trips or vacation, a little mini vacation or something, and it's like, yes, there's going to be wrestling fans going there, but not as many as you think there were. You know what I mean? I don't think it's going to be. It's a big holiday weekend, and man, I don't know. I know we're going to probably put money in our mouth later on, but hey, I don't know. I wouldn't buy tickets that weekend.
Here's the thing. I think it will sell out. It's not going to sell out as fast as All In did. It's not going to happen. I don't see that happening. If it does, I'm shocked. But it will eventually in time sell out. It's just they just announced, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think they announced ticket sales to go on sale this Wednesday coming up, which, now you're rushing fans because not only do they have to figure out, booking arrangements, where they're going to stay, if they can even afford the places. Now they have to spend the money quick to get that. I don't know, man. I want to support these guys, and I'm a supporter to them. But this, booking Memorial Day weekend in Vegas. I mean, you should have thought about that a little bit.
Double or nothing. All right. I guess we'll see what happens with that, but. I don't know. I mean, that's what it's come down to. We're intrigued, though.
The main event is Omega and Jericho, too?
Well, they just had a confrontation, so we'll see what happens, but that's pretty much what it looks like it's going to happen now. So
I got a question. Though. Yeah. I mean, you made the argument, Mike, that Chris Jericho, is a big name that could help them get some of that mainstream attention.
Yes.
Would you have preferred to see them chuck money at somebody who is just as big of a name, not the GOAT, but a little bit younger? Say, what if they took all that money that they chucked at Chris Jericho and threw it at, say, I don't know, CM Punk?
Oof,
you know what? I would be more. I think that would break the internet.
Yeah. There's more interest in that than seeing Chris Jericho at his age do
we've
that.
never seen like a CM Punk versus a Kenny Omega match. We've never seen. So yeah, I mean, CM Punk will definitely pull in a lot of views and a lot of ratings. The only thing is, CM Punk never was on Dancing with the Stars and stuff like that, and Jericho was. So. Does
anybody even remember him on? Come on.
No, but
Dancing with the Stars is going to draw.
The fact. Listen.
Fucking listen to you. Chris Jericho, Dancing with the Stars.
Ladies
Let's
and
go
gentlemen,
watch
this is when he
AEW.
tries to get himself over.
Oh, God.
Well,
Anyway, saying that he's been exposed to that media.
Get myself over. Really? I'm trying to get myself over. Meanwhile, I had this pretty great commentary over here, and you're like, well, CM Punk was never on Dancing with the Stars. Who's trying to get themselves over?
But I'm just saying that that's the only thing. Like, that casual audience that watches that stuff and actually remembers are gonna hear Jericho's name.
Yeah, Jericho was on it like 10 years ago. Let's watch him on AEW. Cool,
but
bro.
You don't understand what I'm trying to say. He's been in that platform. He hosted a game show on ABC or NBC, ABC, one of those fucking channels, stuff like that. He's done. The only thing that I've seen CM Punk do besides get his ass whooped in the UFC is be a co-host on The Talking Dead.
Well, there is no press conference anymore. They didn't announce a TV deal, so they're just kind of hyping up their Double or Nothing pay-per-view.
Great. We've just spent more money and more time talking about somebody that we've put out more content about them than they have about themselves. Cool story, bro.
What money did we spend? We didn't spend no money.
We spent money to make this fucking podcast, Mike. This isn't free. We have fucking overhead.
Well,
you're not supposed to tell the people that, man.
Everybody knows shit ain't free. Nothing in this world is free.
No, we're sponsored by Blue Chew. They pay for it. We don't.
We're not sponsored by Blue Chew. We're sponsored by your crappy WrestleMania tickets, where you can tweet at us at @WrestlingPod #behind the stage.
There you go. Well, there's the card, guy. There's somewhat of a card shaping up for this Double or Nothing. Kenny Omega versus Chris Jericho, which is possibly not announced yet. The Young Bucks versus the Lucha Brothers, not the Lucha House Party. What's drawing you to go to Double or Nothing? Who's Cody Rhodes going to face? That's another question, too.
Yeah, they didn't really get into that. I mean, I think the cards you announced right now, like the Lucha Bros and the Young Bucks, I think I've seen that one. I'm not 100% sure. But the match that I'm looking more forward to seeing is Pac versus Hangman Page. I actually really like the promo that Pac cut
Pac and Hangman Page
tonight on the show. But I think they're going to freaking steal the show.
I feel like Pac is a way better wrestler than Hangman Page is. I was just saying before, some people, I was like, I remember him and Cedric Alexander setting up the merch table for High Spots, and I didn't think this guy was going to be anything, and I don't know. I think I have to sit through a few Hangman Page's matches because I just remember him as this jobber guy that was at all these independent shows setting up tables, and I don't know how he became such a big star because, I mean, he goes into that cookie cutter kind of wrestler to where what does he do that stands out apart from anybody else? And I not putting him down, I'm just saying I don't really know. There's nothing on there that stands out, like compared to Pac at least, to where the guy that's doing the flippity dippity shit, right? Though Jim Cornette loves, but you know,
like 10 abs and shit, you know.
So I just think that's a weird matchup. I'm sure it's going to be a great match, but I'm still I'm not sold on the Hangman Page being an all elite wrestler just because you made friends with the Young Bucks kind of thing. Your best friends are putting you in the show kind of thing. It's just a little sour.
Why are we still talking about this?
We have that's the whole show started out with them starting the press conference, and we kind of watched it while we were just mumbling around and talking about other things. But now that it's not on anymore, I have nothing to watch except for talking about another wrestling podcast. We go back to Eric Bugenhagen and his air guitar.
That's fantastic. I mean, we can only talk about Becky Lynch and Ronda and how great that was this week.
Ice and Advil, bitch.
Yeah, I mean, we could talk about how great Mustafa Ali was against Randy Orton this week. I mean, there's so much we could actually talk about what actually happened this week in wrestling. Actual shows that happened that we can actually watch and that I can rewatch on Hulu. But no, you want to talk about, you know, Hangman Page and Pac. That's not happening for like 3 months.
That eye, man, of Mustafa Ali, that was pretty nasty. Did you see that picture of that afterwards?
Wait. I take that back. When is Memorial Day? May? Or June?
Yeah, May.
Jesus Christ. Wow, I was right. It's about 3 months. I was being sarcastic. Holy fuck, that's 3 months away. Jesus Christ. And we're talking about that shit now?
And they have no show on. This is their only airtime. They had two press conferences.
Thank God they were on Facebook Live, and Conrad Thompson was there via telephone.
They spent a lot of money.
Via fucking satellite, bro.
They spent a lot of money to say that tickets are on sale, I think now till next week for pre-sale, then they go on sale officially next week. They could have saved their time with just a little poster on our Facebook post. This is it. Like, they need, I don't know, they need to do something, I think, to start enticing people. Like, you can't just do promos for 3 months of, like, coming out on ticket parties or something. Like, they need something to see every week and build up. It's wrestling, too, and they say they want to be different kind of wrestling. They want it to be more sport-like. They want to have, like, actual win-loss records kind of stuff. And we've only had 2 press conferences, and it's pretty much just putting up for Double or Nothing. So it's
pretty
they need something.
Let's hope that we start seeing some matches on Being the Elite, that great YouTube show.
And the thing is, like, I'm for this. I love it. I love the competition because I hope it makes WWE step up. But at the same time, before you do all these press conferences, at least have a TV deal. At least have something going on each week. I mean, you can only do so much on a YouTube channel with your show, and you know what I mean? Like, you said it right there. May, we're sitting in February. It just turned February. It's the first fucking week of February, and their second press conference is starting to build matches for a show that's like 3 months away, and that's a long time, man. It doesn't seem it's not a long time, but it's a long time in everyday world of wrestling fans. You know what I mean? Like, this is going to happen after WrestleMania. It's a long ways away.
I know, and I agree with you. And here's the crazy thing. They did do a good job of the All or Nothing pay-per-view with building that up on the Being the Elite show. They basically did that. Can you do that twice? Can you really keep somebody's interest for that long? Because it's like you said, it's not so much WrestleMania. We kind of enjoy the build-up to WrestleMania. Granted, we're a podcast, so of course we're going to crap on the build-up to WrestleMania because we think we know better, because we're the fucking smart marks. Like, oh, what the fuck are they doing? Yeah, right. And you got fucking, me screaming. You got Credo going, oh, da, 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 and you got Mike going, oh my God, Ronnie, and then fucking.
Oh my. Wait a minute. First I was a Bridezilla. Now all I do is go da 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 da.
All I do is scream, and you fucking da da da, and
da, da, da.
I was making fun of all of us. It was an equal opportunity, ass kicking for all of us, No. But yeah, you can't be able to build a card. You're not going to keep my interest. And it's not just a one-off show that you're building. It's a fucking company. This is a promotion. This isn't just a one-off. Are we gonna just, I don't know, go on Facebook Live and guess what? It's 10 o'clock on a fucking Thursday and fucking here we go. No, man, you gotta fucking have a set time. You got to have a set schedule. People want to know what they're watching, man.
It is going to be interesting how they build it with no matches, because I was actually on an episode of Being the Elite this week. You kind of see my head in the background of one shot, but I was there. I was on it. But that's the thing, is you had Cody and you had Hangman Page show up at a Northeast Wrestling event a few weeks ago, and then the Young Bucks showed up at another event. Like, granted, yes, they're going to still do indie shows, but none of those shows are building your show. Like, they're just making an appearance, yada, yada, yada. Hey, I'm here. Yeah, watch. Thanks for watching AEW and whatever. But, there's still, how the building up for these matches is going to be tricky because, there's no wrestling involved. It's just talk for 3 months. Like, you did this, you did that. They're going to attack each other, and someone's going to catch it on YouTube kind of thing. Like, that's going to be hard to gain people's attention. I mean, this show at the end of the day has to just be for the hardcore fans that want to back this promotion kind of a thing, and picking it on a holiday weekend, we're going to see how hardcore these fans are, because WrestleMania doesn't fucking happen on fucking holiday weekend. You know what I mean? It's to get all those people there.
WrestleMania is a holiday weekend.
Well, yeah, exactly. It's its own holiday, right, for all the other shows, but man, could you imagine WrestleMania going on like Memorial Day too, or Labor Day, or just any other holiday? Like, it's July 4th weekend. I want to go do something else. I don't want to go to a fucking wrestling show kind of thing.
Well, here's an interesting question.
It's going to be a challenge
for you gentlemen, and I know the consensus of us are probably going to say no. But will AEW have some type of presence in New York come WrestleMania weekend? Because I know, when they announce what city it's going to be in at WrestleMania for the next year, people start booking fucking venues, right then and there. So, I mean, is there a possibility of some type of all elite wrestling show somewhere?
Well, I wonder what their relationship is with Ring of Honor, because I think Ring of Honor really needs their kind of characters, superstars, if you will, to kind of join that card. Maybe there's no matches announced for that one yet, is there? I mean, was it the G1 Supercard or whatever?
No, they haven't announced anything yet.
So I mean, adding them in somehow, maybe if they're on a good relationship. I don't know.
But just to answer Cooter's question, for WrestleMania weekend, I think the only thing you'll probably get out of them is probably another press conference. I don't think they're gonna have. Well, just WrestleMania weekend, every place is going to be booked.
And I'm
not saying that
but it's true. And I'm just like, what new shit are you going to tell me at this press conference? How you got like 3 new shirts available at ProWrestlingTees.com? Like, come on, man. Give me something to look forward to, because honestly, you've given me 2 or 3 press conferences,
2,
and you really haven't given me anything.
It's the same.
Anyway, going back to what I was saying, I don't think they're going to have a wrestling show WrestleMania weekend, because it's WrestleMania weekend. Every indie promotion has every place booked. I kind of hope that there's something before All or Nothing, so it can actually have some type of storyline to it, rather than, being the Elite, which, like you said, helped grow and helped All In succeed. You want to, sell out the arena in Vegas, which I think seats 18,000. You're going to have to do a little more promoting than just being the Elite. You want to pull in the casual fans.
Yeah. And that's like they're working with these Chinese promotions and stuff I never heard of before. But I'm saying, like, going back with this whole Ring of Honor show, you're at Madison Square Garden. I know they left there, and could they do a one-off kind of thing? But then who gets over, like who looks good at the end of going to the Garden and going with Ring of Honor and New Japan and all that stuff? So other than that, man, they're gonna have to work with somebody that weekend to just have some kind of a presence, because every other big promotion having a show that weekend somewhere, and they're not having anything. I mean, man, it's I don't know. Like I said, I'm all for it, but they need something else right now instead of these kind of press conferences. They need to announce a show. They need to have, even if it's like a half hour right now, just have a fucking half-hour show or do something. Or if they wait to have a show after this pay-per-view, does that help? I mean, I know things don't happen so fast. Like they can't be just put on TV tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like things are all set up in schedules. Things like are time slotted for certain, for so long, for certain months, right? Like season 12 of Walking Dead or season whatever, they're on that channel at that time for a certain amount of time. So it's like they have to wait until certain things are done to be put on. You know what I mean? Like they have to have some kind of slot somewhere on some kind of station. And it's not just going to be put on prime time. Like everybody wants to be on 8 o'clock. Everybody wants to be on, at certain times. So to wait for a station to give you that time slot or whatnot, it's going to be tricky. So
can we talk about how great Becky Lynch has been this week with the McMahons? I mean, granted, like, I'm still like a little upset that she tapped out, but I think, the story that's going with those, jumping from Raw to SmackDown, like that, and slapping the shit out of Triple H, and then she put out a tweet to ask your wife how she's doing, or something like that. She's just a savage on there. But that promo with Ronda when she was getting escorted out, how fucking good was that?
I've really enjoyed all this, but the one thing that I hate about it is I hate the whole knee injury thing, because that just screams Seth Rollins, Triple H to me.
Okay, we're talking about the knee. Have you guys seen the shit, how the knee brace is on the wrong knee?
It is? I didn't see that.
Yeah.
I haven't even noticed.
Gonna get past the extensions fucking coming out of her head.
Watch the Rumble and watch what knee it is, and then watch this past Monday with Stephanie. It's the wrong knee.
That's horrible.
If this was the Attitude Era, Ice and Advil bitch will be on a shitload of shirts right now. That fucking line was great when she just walked away and then turned around and she looked at Becky's knee and she just said, Ice and Advil, bitch.
This is it, man. This is their main event because there's nobody else that is as hot as her right now. Not even fucking Brock Lesnar or Seth Rollins. They're not in the fight. Seth Rollins has nobody to work with, and Brock has nobody to work with because Seth Rollins is going to be fucking out for a few weeks too on a injured leg, I think, apparently. So they're not even building up the damn WrestleMania card. It's just going to be promos for the next few months possibly with these two guys.
How dare you speak ill of the name Brock Lesnar?
If you're a champion, and it's nice to see. It's definitely different to see the women outshine any of the guys right now, and it's definitely good. It gives us
allegedly Brock Lesnar is signing with AEW, guys. I saw that last week on the interweb. Yeah, they're negotiating deals right now.
He's another executive vice president to the executive vice president.
Okay, here's a little segue off for a second. Okay, we all know that motherfucker is not signing with AEW, but that motherfucker saw the WWE in a bit of a panic, and now not only does he have the fucking UFC as leverage, but now he has AEW, which we all know he's not going to go, but he'll fucking use that, and then he'll get more money to work 4 times a year.
Why wouldn't he?
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's actually fucking hilarious that he's going to fucking hold them hostage by using AEW now.
No, that's not what I meant. Why wouldn't he go to AEW?
Why wouldn't he?
Yeah.
I honestly don't.
I don't think they would go after him. I don't think they would give him that kind of money. But if they did, you don't think he would go?
He would go in a heartbeat. It's the money. He would.
He went to Japan for the fucking money for what? A cup of coffee? After his first WWE run.
Yeah, but he's not going to get the same Lesnar treatment there as he does in the WWE.
Why not? He draws, whether you like it or not, people pay good money to see Brock.
I'm not arguing that. Not the once did I argue that. I'm just saying, like, he's not going to get away with a lot of the stuff there. At least but I don't know anything. I don't know how the cons are. Maybe he might.
They don't have a TV. Listen, he only shows up, what, once a month, if that, right?
Once
on Raw?
Month.
Well, that's pretty much what he can do less than that at AEW because they don't even have a show for him to not show up on.
That's actually Lesnar's dream job right there.
There you go. It's perfect for him. He's like, yeah, sure. I'll show up at like Double or Nothing.
And another guy, too, that I think would go if the money was right. They've been talking about Randy Orton. I think he would definitely go over there if the money was right.
I think he's too loyal to go. I
don't know. I see like a guy, like if they went to John Cena, he would say no in a heartbeat. But if they went to Randy Orton and told him we're going to offer you a shitload of money, I think Randy would start thinking about Randy before he starts thinking about anybody else.
Yeah, they need a good job guy over there.
They just need a TV show to get us talking about
Orton?
him.
Yeah, they need a job guy.
Orton's not a jobber.
Yeah, he is. He's got one move, bro. RKO out of nowhere. And it's always the other guy who's more athletic, whose ability to make that out of nowhere thing look good.
I have an idea. Can we go the rest of the show without you shitting on everything?
I'm not shitting on everything.
Let's see how long this is going to last.
I just spoke very, very well of Brock Lesnar, didn't I? I didn't shit on Brock Lesnar because I know that motherfucker would kick my ass.
Did you guys watch Halftime Heat?
I did.
No, I didn't. Was it good? It
was actually very good. I think it was a very smart thing, the WWE, to put the NXT guys on for the halftime show. I mean, it was a very fun and fast-paced match. It was very entertaining.
They need to do more shows out of there, too, out of the Performance Center.
It didn't even look like the Performance Center.
Yeah, that was cool, though.
It was, but the show was good. I mean, you're attracting a casual fan, so you want to throw out these guys out there that do all those moves. I mean, a lot of the moves we saw in takeovers, like the Ricochet when he does the backflip right into the super kick, which I think is a great move. And that.
Oh yeah.
Or when he got super kicked by Adam Cole, and that. But they pulled that off. I wanted to see when they did the Hurricanrana and Ricochet just landed on his feet. I wanted them to do that move. But no, it was very good, actually. It was really good. I mean, I didn't watch it live because I was at a fucking Super Bowl party and I had to deal with Maroon 5, but I had it on my phone. And then I went home and I watched it there and I thought it was great. Shawn Michaels is good on commentary.
What they needed to do is, like, I'm surprised, like, USA or maybe when Fox gets the whole deal, that they didn't throw it on there. If they don't throw it on Fox next time, or at least USA next year, because that just means more ratings for them for, what, a 20-minute, half-hour, whatever, halftime, just a show for them. I mean, granted, yeah, it sends everybody to their network, but man, if they see, maybe they could sell that out next year and say, hey, you know, tune into WWE on whatever, and it gives all those people those ratings. That's what they want to get away from that halftime show. Definitely be worth looking into.
It was a smart decision this year.
Yeah, man. I don't know, guys.
I got a funny one for you. You talk about that Super Bowl. I pissed everybody off at my job so bad on Monday because I went into full-blown angry cooter dickhead mode. Okay? Because I got one of my good friends, and she's a huge Patriots fan, loves her some Tom Brady. And I just started doing my Iron Sheik impression. How many fucking times Tom Brady sell out Madison Square Garden? 0. That's right, Bubba. You fucked the Tom Brady. 6 champions? That's 10 less than Ric Flair.
11.
Huh?
11.
He's a 16-time champion.
I have the meme on my
Yeah, that meme came out before they won. So it went from 11, now it's 10.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right.
So, fucking, she's getting so mad. And fucking, you know, it would get quiet, and I would just make some other, like, random Ric Flair comment, and then throw a woo in there. It's just, would you just shut up with the Ric Flair shit? Yo, don't get mad because, you know, Tom Brady's not as great as Ric Flair.
I'll tell you something, though. Tom Brady got that 6th Infinity Stone. You can see that video?
Yeah.
That shit was great.
Man. Fucking, I just don't get, like, people like Tom Brady, multi-millionaire, fucking 6 Super Bowl rings now. I would have fucking stopped there for the second one.
He wants to play till he's 45.
Like, I would just get away from everything. You have all the money, you could fucking buy a state if you wanted to, buy a fucking island. But no, I just want to keep doing it. Fucking, and his fucking girlfriend's name is Giselle.
Oh, Giselle's hot. Don't sleep on her.
Oh yeah. Listen, I'm not gonna knock. Yeah, I'm not gonna knock him for that one. And not for nothing.
Same the name, Giselle.
So, some of my hatred towards Tom Brady is this. Okay, I remember back in 2007, when they played the Giants in the Super Bowl, his wife Giselle said she went on record and said the Giants aren't going to beat the Patriots. If the Giants beat my Patriots, I will streak down 42nd Street. The Giants beat the Patriots, and I'm still waiting for her to fucking streak. I really am. So, like, for the fact that didn't happen, I feel robbed, and I'm mad at Tom Brady for not letting us see that. Fucking bastard.
Mm-hmm.
I can't knock him, though. I mean, he is one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. It's hard for me to say this because I fucking hate Boston and that, but Tom Brady is one of the greatest.
But he's no Ric Flair.
No, he's no Ric Flair.
He's no Ric Flair. He's no Floyd Mayweather.
No.
Records are meant to be broken. Who's going to be the next greatest of all time? That's what I'm waiting for.
EWP, bitches. That's who.